Howdy, everyone. Hang on, Matt. I totally got to unmute you. There you go, bud.
You muted me.
I did,
Wow.
just for the intro
I
and
was going
whatnot.
to say hello to everybody, but apparently Garrett doesn't want me to.
Sometimes. All right.
Sometimes.
Well, we're back. Matt's back from his nice little vacation he got to take.
Yay. Well, not really. I don't want to. I'd rather be on vacation still, but sure, yay.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all rather be on vacation. But this week, really don't have a whole lot of stuff, but we did get a lot of stuff, but what I have is just a few items that I thought you guys would be at least interested in seeing and could help you in your builds. Bunch of Bits Power stuff. So
We all love Bits Power stuff.
Yes. So to get started, we got a bunch of these adjustable link pipes that go between 22 and 31. I didn't want to say that wrong. 31 millimeters. So these are basically used.
That's the normal size of them. I did longer too, but so it's not a different size. But I want to see what this is because I'm not seeing it on the site yet.
So there's a few different versions. There are an internal G1/4 female or male.
Oh.
There is a external or outer G1/4 in female and in male. So you have some options, and they do come in either their glorious black, white, or we did get some of the glorious silver too. I don't think we got all in white.
So is this Touch Aqua then?
Yeah, these ones are Touch Aqua.
Oh, okay.
So these will come as a 2-pack. Most their Touch Aqua stuff.
Other end on it, the chamfered end.
Huh?
Is that a female end or is that a fitting, like a female fitting?
It's a female fitting
for tubing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So this is actually this isn't meant for in between SLI blocks.
Well, some of them are
in between graphics cards.
So, yeah, some of them are.
Yeah, the male ones would be because that's what all of them originally are, and that's I think all you can find them in from any brand. The variable extensions are all male to male extensions.
Yeah, so they basically give you the option. So if you only really had like a male to male extender, really cool. You got the female ends, and then vice versa for.
Well, yeah, and even I was telling you before we started this how like I don't use them between GPU. I don't have any multi-GPU setups, but I buy those things all the time because they're super useful. I mean, sometimes you just need 27 millimeters, you know?
Yeah, and or you got those really...
If you don't have room for tubing or you don't want to use tubing, then there you go.
Yeah, you get those really tight spots where you really just can't fit a piece of tubing without it being basically hidden anyways.
I'll show you guys an example right here because it's on my computer here. So let me unroll my camera. Don't look at my screen right now. You're going to get the spins.
Oh, gosh. But anyways, while he's doing that, these basically unscrew, depending on which one you're using. There's an O-ring for any of you haven't seen. And then there is...
I don't have enough room for tubing because the fan, like, that's already just touching the fan. So I couldn't put tubing there in that gap. And it's a weird size gap, so I guess I could like mishmash a bunch of different size extensions together, but that looks like crap in my opinion.
Yeah.
So there you just get a variable and bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, I mean, and these are actually different compared to the ones I've seen in the past. Normally, like when you buy the normal ones from Bits Power, they come as one piece having like both the male and female ends. These, they give you a few more options, so you get like 2 fittings per thing, but they're the same thing. So you'll most likely need to buy like a male and a female version, so that way you can either.
Yeah, this is more like QDCs.
Yeah, basically.
It does often confuse people, but I guess that's what I'm here for. I just got to do some research on these things and see how this all works together.
Yeah. So basically, here's this, and then you take off this. Actually, I grabbed 2 that won't. And I believe in the listing itself, they'll tell you like. These 2 will work together and these won't because these 2 will not work together very well because this is meant to have some kind of actual like threaded parts and whatnot. So O-ring over, of course. sorry, did it backwards. See? Whoops. Cap over. O-ring. And they do actually have quite a tight little grip on there. And then you just insert the end. Of course, you know, I'm gonna get a few. It's kind of, they're really tight, but you can push it in there and then tighten them down. So that way you have your little link. And actually, you could probably go in there farther. Yeah, so you can see I can push it all the way in. Or, whoops, almost dropped them. Or you can let them out as basically as far as 31. Because the measurements there, the 22 to 31 millimeters, is basically how far apart you can have the two bits. But that's how these things work, and they come in a various amount of colors. There's black, white, or silver. They do have gold in some of them. I don't know if we got gold in any of these yet. And I'm pretty sure they're fairly cheap. I believe they're like under $10. I was
gonna say, if it's Touch Aqua, usually the prices are good. I'm still trying to pull these up. The site is slow. Manny was just talking about that.
Yeah, I know. We know.
So
nothing we can do about it.
The prices, but since they're Bits Power Touch Aqua, whatever you want to call it, it's usually much better prices.
Yeah, I think they're honestly anywhere between, I want to say $8.50 and
the white one is $8.50, but the thing is you get two of them. That's what they usually do.
Yeah, any of them you get two of them.
You get two of the 22 to 31. That's the white. I don't know what the other colors are. I'm not seeing them yet.
So moving on from that, well, Matt's still.
Oh wow, gold or true brass, not gold, is $7.50. So I'm guessing the non-painted finishes are $7.50, and then anything painted like the white is $8.50 for a 2-pack though.
Yeah, and then varies on which one you get, because there are like, I think I
was gonna say, are they only offered in 12 millimeter? That's what it looks like. That is 12 millimeter.
Yeah, currently that's all we have is that just standard 12. So moving on, I know metal tubing is like a big thing right now, and you see a lot of people doing metal builds. I mean, of course, you always see Ben Q. I don't ever want to try and say his last name because I will destroy it. But he does a lot of metal tubing, and I know for a fact that he uses Bits Power. At least he has been for quite a while. I don't know if he's switched up the tubing, but normally we've only ever had is chrome in like the 300 and 500, and then I think there are some weird like 100 pieces, but that was like our main ones. And then we got a few other stragglers of different sizes and lengths. But now we have, I think I counted them today, and there are 30 different sizes and lengths and colors of all this. I believe it is brass, right? I mean, yes, brass hard tubing from Bits Power.
It's all brass. It's just plated.
So they have their chrome, black sparkle, white, red.
Blue. Royal blue is what it's called.
Royal blue. There's a gold. And they do even have like a carbon, but I don't think the carbon one we have everything. As of right now, on Bits Power's site, as far as I could tell, we have every single color and size between 12 and 16 mil, and they range in.
The 14 in there.
Yeah, there's a 12, 14, and 16, and they come in either 300 millimeters, or you can get a 500 millimeter piece. And they're not horribly priced. I think they all range between like, I want to say like 12 and 14.
They're all single packs of 300 millimeter, and they're $11.50 for the 16 mil. Then you get $9.95 for 14 mil, and 12 mil is also $9.95.
Yeah, I mean it's.
So $10 to $11.50, not much of a price range, but it's not terrible. And like Garrett was saying, you can bend it technically. Ben from Ben Q Mods, or Mods by Ben Q, I think is what he goes by. He does bend this stuff. However, I'm still not quite sure how he does it all. I know he has to make really big bends in it. And if you do it wrong, it is going to mess up the finish because it's, like I said, it's plated. It's not like a paint. Even if it was paint, it would get screwed up. So to finish after the fact, so you're never going to be able to bend it properly.
Yeah, so how Ben has told me he's done it, it's honestly just a bunch of trial and error. He's had it where he's bent some,
that's what he said.
And the chrome plating, either the red chrome or I don't know if he's actually done any of the colored chrome, but like the regular chrome plating, it has cracked on them, but then there's been pieces that just don't. So
I guess the white is the only one that I would expect to maybe not be at all bendable because it's like a powder coat. It's not.
Yeah. You can just tell by
finishes, but it's not the same.
Yeah, you can tell by touching it that these, like the tube
feel like
itself,
that
has
would
a different
definitely
texture.
Just crack and get gross.
Yeah,
really fast.
However it's done, if it's powder coated or not, it seems like it's honestly like powder coated all the way through.
Oh yeah, I mean I've always loved Bits Power's white stuff, like their fittings and everything. The white is on there, man. It's stuff.
Yeah,
like it's good stuff. Whatever they use, I'm pretty sure it's some kind of powder coat.
Yeah,
it's a really nice finish.
That's kind of like any of Bits Power stuff. Anything that you get from Bits Power, if you buy white and you buy white fittings, you know that your white and white fittings are going to match.
Yeah, like, it's all white. They all match. All their chromes or silver, whatever you want, nickel, all of it matches. Their finishes are really consistent and good finishes. So personally, I would never recommend bending any of this stuff. I would just use it as straight lengths like people do with glass tubing because most people don't even bend glass tubing.
Yeah,
really nobody does.
Glass tubing's another level.
So I would treat it like that. However, I don't know. You guys can all buy it and go crazy if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean it's not like you can't do it. It's just you're not always going to get.
I would not buy it and expect to be able to make you can't make a right angle. Like I've never seen Ben make even a right angle.
Yeah, so. It's never.
I don't even know if you can get a nice 45 in it. Maybe if you're really lucky.
Oh, it's plastic. And then they got their black sparkle. I didn't grab any of the chrome.
Somebody does figure out how to bend it without ruining the finish. Let us know.
Yeah. I honestly think when it comes to that stuff, it's always got the possibility to destroy the finish because it's plating. There's no way around it.
Finish afterwards.
You might be able to possibly heat it up somehow, and it might help it not.
Yeah.
But
it's like rolling a fender on a car or something. If you heat it up, it should save it a little bit. But I think you can still only go so far. Yeah,
you're probably just helping your chances of it not, but it still has the possibility of doing it.
Yeah.
So
what else do we have from them though this week?
I got one last thing that I grabbed.
More rigid tubing is nice to see.
Got another 011 Distro. So the reason why I even grabbed this one, I thought it was just going to be a revamp, but this is actually almost half as thin as the other ones they've offered. Normally, I think the other version that's pretty similar to this is like 71 millimeters in thickness, and this is only 43? I can't remember exactly, but it is almost half as thick. It is slightly smaller because I remember the other ones lengthwise I think is like 480. This is I think 360, and I can't remember the actual width of the thing.
I'm trying to find it right now. Where is this?
But it does have the RGB strip through it, and I honestly like this little. They added like this little mirror plate in between the plexis. So that way it offers, you can see even the reflection of everything.
So this is just their newer version of the 011.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this one actually, this does not.
011D, right?
This one is the 011. I think it's like DT or something like that. Yeah, 011 DTE is the part number. But
I'll look that up.
And this is actually cheaper, I believe. It is $151, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I can find it before Matt. But
this one I'm finding Bits Power Touch Aqua, $115. Is it really that cheap? Because that would actually be insane. Can't take a D at 5 or DDC. I believe it's just DDC. most of the, I know for a fact, like only Barrow and Bike
it's like a
only do DDC.
DDC PWM one.
And same with Touch Aqua.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like for the size and everything, I mean, it's great little res. It's the one that mounts on the inside, not the front panel. So
yeah, this is for your radiator mount on the inside, the vertical radiator mount.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is only $115. Holy cow, that is so cheap, and it comes with the pump, right?
Yes, it comes with the pump.
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
So
you get, and I'm not sure if it's an actual DDC pump. Let me see if it says or not. I don't believe it. I think it's their DDC
version.
style.
Yeah, they didn't really have a
pump
size for it, or in the description there was nothing.
No, it doesn't actually say here. I'm trying to find it, but no. Yeah, I'm sure it's just their like cheapened version of a DDC as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Which, as far as I've even heard, they're not bad. I don't think they work plenty good. Yeah, it looks just like.
And I believe we even have replacements for them in case they do go.
Okay, that's good, because that's the only thing that I fear with the Barrow ones, is how you're telling me how Barrow can't make those pumps anymore.
Yeah.
So, what do you do then?
Yeah, but, I don't really.
You don't have that problem with this one, so buy this one. Yeah, but for $115, dang,
that's
dude.
Wrong pricing.
That's cheaper than a lot of pump reservoir combos.
No, I did my math backwards. It's supposed to be 151. It's
Can I mount
backwards.
2 by 60 millimeter rads with it? Oh, so am I looking at the wrong one?
No, you're looking at the right one. My dyslexia when typing it in. It was 151.
Oh, you said 151. Okay. I'm pretty sure you could fit those radiators. I'm trying to see if the pump's on the front or the back.
It's on the back.
The pump's on. Okay. Yeah, then I would assume you definitely could, because the only thing that it looks like you'd run into is the top ports, but maybe you can shuffle the whole thing down. At least what I see in the pictures, you can shuffle that thing around in that rad mounting location.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be able to get all your tubing might not line up perfectly if you have to shift it down, but you should be able to fit 260 mil rads with fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's smaller than the other one by like...
Quick buy it before you... Oh, it's supposed to be 151 is what you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no.
changing it.
Uh-oh, I linked it in chat, too. They're going to be out of stock, dude, before you change it.
Yeah. Errors happen.
Well, 151 still isn't bad, because like I said, dude, even 151 is basically the price of a ton of pump reservoir combos these days. Anything clear plexi pump res combo, for sure. $150, no problem. So, for what you're getting, I mean, I definitely myself prefer a distribution plate over the traditional tube reservoir. I mean, they look great too, but I don't know. It's the way things are going.
Yeah, and I mean, plus with it being the Bits Power Touch Aqua, being the Bits Power Touch Aqua, you get all the fittings and stuff like that they throw in there as a little goodie bag.
That's true. There's so many extras. Which rads and blocks were you referring to, Ed? Are you talking about the new EK or the Bits Power stuff? Because they do have a few. We did get their 5700 XT block. Oh yeah, 5700 XT Raw 2, 2080 Super Ventus. Yeah, Singularity is that much without a pump, but yeah, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, Singularity is expensive, but...
Did you already change it, Garrett? You got them right away?
Yeah, I changed it.
Darn, nobody got a deal today. Oh, I think it screwed up the link. I tried to refresh the page, and now it's gone.
It should. I probably just have to recache our site for it to work.
Both of them.
It should be fine.
Yeah, I haven't been able to try any 20 series blocks yet. I've been waiting for my Optimus one to even show up. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, their blocks work pretty well. I would really like to see some YouTuber that has access to a bunch more cards be able to actually go through and definitively test GPU blocks like people do with CPU blocks every year. Every year you see a bunch of people comparing all the CPU blocks, but rarely do you see GPU blocks actually get compared. Kind of sad. Something you should do, Ed. Hit us up, though, if you need some help. We can always find blocks and whatnot, so...
Yeah.
What else do we have, Garrett? Or is
that
the last
is
thing on the list?
it for tonight. I don't.
That was it.
Yeah, I told you I didn't have a whole bunch this week. Next week, hopefully, we'll have more. I don't really know of anything that's coming in.
We're supposed to have a whole bunch of new custom projects done probably by next week if we were up to hang.
Yeah, but is it?
So we are working on that behind the scenes, guys. We are trying to get a bunch more custom stuff going, and we are making headway.
Yeah.
But it is taking time.
Next week, I should be listing people's ability to do their own custom design for the velocities. UV printed tops.
No, it actually did. You showed those off on your own last week, didn't you?
Yes.
The velocity blocks. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen those, check those out. We have new custom UV printed velocity, EK velocity CPU block tops.
Yeah, so far there's...
For sure, man. Thanks for stopping by tonight, Ed. Everybody else as well. But it's nice to catch you again. It's been a while since we actually talked, Ed, but glad you made it tonight. It was nice.
Yeah, for anyone that didn't see any of them, I don't really have the block all plugged in, but currently there are 6 different designs that fit over the velocity blocks. And they're just like glued down with or some strong double-sided tape. They're all like have little. It's gonna not want to focus because I'm right behind it and it's a small object, but we got a few different designs. Got a brick one and then radioactive.
Yeah, I thought the ones you came up with are really good, but that's the other thing we gotta make sure everyone knows is if you have like either your own logo or just your own theme, something that you like, and you're trying to build around it, we can print it. So the UV printer is pretty nuts. As you can see, it gets pretty detailed. It does really nice work. So
yeah, it definitely does good work. I mean, and we'll definitely improve on it over time because I know eventually we'll have to replace certain parts and upgrade.
This is technically the first thing we've actually done with it for sale, at least. I mean, I know you've tried a bunch of different stuff so far, but this is the first time you guys get to see it. So
yeah, we had
it'd be
software
cool to see some of you
errors.
guys at least try out your own ideas with it because we'd love to try them too.
Yeah, and I besides like the velocity tops, next I think we might go to either the X120 reses that we CNC. I was going to UV print on those reservoirs themselves. That was coming up, and then I will go to side panels because I know the GPU backplates are going to be a little more time consuming because we have to figure out how we want to kind of assemble them.
Like even what GPUs to support and stuff. And honestly, what I fear at this point is that by the time we get that project done, 3000 series will be out, another new GPUs will be out. So we'll have to, I mean, we'll at least have the idea down, but then we get to redo all of our research.
Yeah, which that shouldn't be that bad because honestly, it will probably start with like just the Founders Edition stuff, and then people request, FTW or Strix or whatever, Of course, we'll make some on our own, but the more requested, the more likely we'll do some specifics.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, if it really does well enough, we can always ask Hank to buy some of the hardware just so we can make stuff if it actually be profitable.
You want bunny mat made into a UV printed top?
Oh no!
It can happen. I'm pretty sure Lord. I still have that picture somewhere.
We can't do that. That can't happen.
Yeah. And honestly, if you want something designed, we can do that too. It's just probably going to cost more money. You have to pay for the work to be done, and if you didn't do it yourself.
Yeah. But I mean, most people, as far as the UV printer goes, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, guys. Like most people that have a computer have worked with images and stuff. And if you have your own logo or something, it's pretty easy to get in the right file format and just send on over. Out of stock? No, it's not out of stock on our end here, at least what I'm seeing, man. If you click the link that I just sent, Manny, it says 10 left for me.
I haven't tested to see if I can print on tempered glass. I mean, I know you can print on glass. It has no problem. I just haven't done it myself because you have to with plexi and stuff like that, you have to put this adhesive promoter on it, so it basically helps it stick. like I showed you guys with the, I don't know if I have that top still here. Yeah, like this one that I scratched when I was showing you guys last week. Like, it takes a lot to scratch it. I mean, the adhesive promoter definitely helps it even more, but like it really, you got to put some force to scrape off any of that ink that's cured onto it. But if you don't put like the adhesive promoter stuff on there, I know it can chip away a lot easier.
Yeah, like here's the thing: the back of my phone case, Garrett screwed up on, but the stuff is still there after several months of.
Oh yeah,
you guys know how much cell phones get used.
Yeah, that was us testing the UV printer, and
yeah, it missed.
But, we had software issues where the software we had was not as up to date as it's supposed to be, and we had to buy new.
Well, that's okay. No, I was just showing, like, there are a couple scratches, but like I said, this is a cell phone case. I mean, you guys don't treat your blocks like cell phones, I would hope. So you shouldn't have any issue with scratching or anything unless you're really intentionally damaging it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all we have for this week. I will definitely probably try tempered glass side panels, because I do have this case back here that I can, that pretty sure this one has. Yeah, it does. I'll probably test it on that and see how well it comes out on there.
It'd be interesting to see that work.
Yeah. Which it should be fine. And I should be able to, like, if for some reason you guys wanted it internally and just reversed, I can do it that way too. So that way we can print on the inside of the panel and less fingers can get on it and less likely that it gets scratched or anything like that.
That's a good point. I like that.
So we'll have a few different options. But alright.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you. Oh, and look at that. Nori in here clutch at the end. Father's Day sale should be tomorrow.
Father's Day sale is not tomorrow because Father's Day is not until next week and not this week.
Nori. He's trying to bribe us, I think, is what he's doing here.
I think so. But I mean,
we appreciate it, though, Nori. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the $2.
But there is a Father's Day sale coming up, and there are giveaways for the Father's Day sale.
And we're almost at 20,000 on the Facebook group, which will also have another giveaway.
Yeah,
so
that one
might not be right at 20,000, but once we hit it, we'll definitely be in high gear to get you guys something cool. Yeah, no, thanks again, Ed. It's nice to see you, man.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to you again.
And the Father's Day giveaways are pretty good. I know we have at least 3. We have 3 for sure.
3 giveaways. So
and they're pretty good.
Next week in the group. I'm sure we'll do something with YouTube as well on it. So tune in here again. We'll be here